Welcome everybody to the stream who's joining us after the fact. So we're doing a little Path of Exile today, and we're going to be continuing our gameplay of our level 17 monk. As you can see, I've been playing a little bit more. I've got our sorceress. She's level 18, but she's actually at the same place that our monk is at. So she just got a little more XP, and as you can see, we kind of leveled up a few characters, grabbed a few just placeholders. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Yeah, thanks, Lyriel. I appreciate it. How many classes are in Path of Exile, and do you have one? Yeah, so I have now made one of each class. There's like a fork. I think there's eventually going to be 3 options you can choose for your class that are like permanent kind of branches in it. So right now there's only 2 for each class, and then we are missing several classes. Basically, the ones that are in the game right now are the newest classes. And we're missing a handful of the older ones. So, and since I didn't really play the first one, I actually don't know what those even are. I'm kind of curious though. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick, just for my own benefit, as much as anybody else's. Marauder, Duelist, Shadow, Templar, and Scion, looks like, if this is correct, this random website that I pulled up, are the ones that we're missing. And currently we've got Monk, Ranger, Mercenary, Sorceress, something else. There's at least a couple of others. Cool. Well, we just as like a what is your crow friend's name? You know, I don't know this little guy right here. I don't know if he has my keyboard is getting some unexpected behavior here. Let's see. Let's see if he has a name. I think it's a great question. Where would we find that? Cosmetics, maybe? Yeah. Just Baby Crowbell, I guess. He does not have a name, it would appear. Lord of Ogam Kiwi Pet is the other guy. All right. So yeah, just as a reminder, everybody, what was going on last time. So the game might look a little bit different because everything's not red and it's not all bad, because we have managed to kind of save the village. There was a Count, I think Count was his title, Baron, something like that. The guy in charge of this area, the town over here, this keep, had his mind corrupted, and so he kind of gone crazy and just lost it. So we defeated him, and he kind of asked us to end his suffering. So we did so, and we started here. We went all the way around here, and we eventually made it back over here. We are done with that. This is, I think, the end of Act 1, so I think we're about to move into Act 2. I did forget to go to the gallows on this character, which I realized on the other character, and I think we get some swag there. So we might actually go grab that real quick before we move on to everything else. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. It won't take us but a second, if you guys don't mind.
Hey, Knight.
Hello, Chrissy. Sorry, I forgot I was still in comms.
Oh.
How you doing? I'm on stream just as a FYI.
I figured.
You got an ESO question?
No, I just wanted to come in and bother you.
Oh, well, thanks for saying hi. Have you played any Path of Exile?
No. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Because ESO's being a problem child right now.
Yeah.
But the real question is, when is it not?
Yeah, at least this one's not their fault, I don't think, right? There's like a fire or something.
Yeah, there was some problem with the server.
In Ashes?
They fixed it.
Okay.
Kind of. So now it kicked off like half of our group.
Oh, so you guys like done.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to
Because
cancel
it
the
went
trial
from 3 people trying to log on
to the whole
to
group.
2 people got back on, and then somebody else got kicked, and then those 2 also dropped, and then like after maybe like 15 minutes, like 7 or 8 people were offline.
Oh, that's rough. Can't play
So
like
what
that.
you up to?
I am just running around. I think I'm almost done with Act 1 here, and about to move to Act 2 on Path of Exile. I have successfully rescued the village from the corrupted but kind of evil Baron or Lord or whatever it is of this local area. So I'm on a monk with an ice staff, and I'm swinging like a crazy person. So just about to enter the second act here. Do you ever play any ARPGs, like Diablo type games or anything?
A little bit, but not really a whole lot.
Yeah, I haven't really played them historically, but this was they finally added WASD control, so it's pretty awesome. A question in chat is Ashes. You were on your Raven villain arc in PoE. You're a crow friend. Oh, I thought we were talking about Mel. Yes, yeah. I mean, I try not to be on the villain arc with the creatures because Lyriel doesn't stand for it, but sometimes it does happen.
Well, I'm gonna hop off. I just figured I'd stop by and say hi.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by. All right, we'll catch you later.
Okay, bye.
See ya. That was nice. Let me actually drop out of comms though, because it can be a little much depending on what's going on. Can definitely tell we are ready to move on to something else. I feel like we're doing really well against these guys. I thought it's in the upper right-hand corner. Maybe we went too far, but we should be able to find the gallows here soon. We have to almost be there. Ah, there we are. Nice. Yeah, an uncut support gem. And support gems are really hard to come by, apparently. So, sweet. That's what we wanted. I think we are good on this map. I guess we can just head right back to town and we'll be good. Yeah, the monk is strong. Yeah, he's pretty legit. All right, so let's keep going with the storyline.
You've done well, stranger. No, you are no stranger now. You have become part of our song's story, and I shall sing it proudly. The darkness that crept upon our lands has been forced to flee, and I have a feeling you will pursue it to the end of the world. Good luck to you.
Awesome. Oh, we get a bunch of stuff we need to identify.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
I like this voice actor and the lines they chose for them. Ah, the hooded one. Wait, I think he's gonna port us to the next area. We'll just see what Renly has to say.
Count Geonor is dead. I never thought there'd come a day when such a statement brought relief.
Oh.
We can finally start rebuilding our poor damaged Argo. It's going to be a long and difficult struggle, but it's not nearly the first time we Ezamites have had to rise from the ashes.
Well, that's awesome.
Take
to
a
hear.
look.
Do you have anything just plain that we need to sell? Doesn't really look like it.
Stick to the cairns.
We must pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has begun to grow, but there is still a chance that we can end this before it is too late. The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake, so we have a trail to follow. When you are ready to part from this place, we can leave immediately.
Okay. Can you identify my items, please? Cool. And then we'll go talk to
Hello.
Una. Disenchant some stuff. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know I can't do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, 21% chance to gain a charge whenever you kill an enemy. That's a greater mana. This one's a grand. I mean, I don't think we need mana from this character, honestly. It's level 10. This is actually pretty hooked up, I think. Maybe it's not. We'll decon it. We got some male vestments to give intelligence. I think the bow's anything to write home about. The increased light radius is kind of an interesting thing. I didn't really know that that was a thing, but it literally reveals more than that for you, which is kind of interesting. I guess could be pretty helpful in certain situations. The recurve bow here. I don't know. Maybe it's good. We're gonna melt it down anyways. What do we have here for our honor mantle feathered robe? So the one we have isn't like amazing. So I actually do think it's better. Oh, I think we need to like decon that stuff first. So I think we will swap it out. This is like pretty meh. I don't feel like any of them are amazing. So we'll go ahead and decon that as well. And then we got fancier belt, I would say by far. Is it a level 2? That is a level 2. Why is this level 2 thing? So 25% mana recovery from flask, 8% reduced flash charges used. And this is 21% increased life recovery from flask. So it's pretty lame. It just doesn't want to let us do it in this menu. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I wish you could do more than one thing in that menu. It's kind of annoying, but that's all right. Hey, Hey, Raven, I'm, oh, the chat is doing something weird. I'm seeing you on like a different, seeing a different window. I think I maybe need I'm sorry about that. Maybe the YouTube comments weren't coming in. Raven, I'm sorry about that, man. It's melting again. Same thing happened in Cyrodiil. Oh, ESO is freaking out. Yeah. Glad to see you're still fighting a good fight. As a monk, are you limited in your weapon options? So, the main thing I would say with Raven in Path of Exile, and excuse me guys, I look over on this other screen, so I just try to get everything set up here again. Whatever was going on, I don't know what the issue was. Actually, maybe I'll just close that program and reopen it. That usually solves things. Hey, there we go. Raven, your weapons options, you have a lot. My understanding is that you can ultimately do whatever you want. I feel like as you're leveling, you're practically constrained by a few things, if I'm understanding it correctly. It's a, yeah. I mean, and again, it should be good now. Yeah, and it is. It's showing up on YouTube, Raven. But yeah, either way, wouldn't mind the view over on Twitch. Trying to get monetized on Twitch, but I need to get like an average viewers like above 3, and I typically am just staying right at 2, so the average is being held there pretty hard. Yeah, so let me just show you here, and as much for my own benefit as yours. Or is this the right menu? I might not even know what menu to go to, but again, this will be useful. Okay, that was the skills menu. Yeah, so there's a handful that it doesn't seem to want to let me equip, and so I don't know if I can use anything, but there are a handful. So staff and what have you. I guess we could check, honestly. Yeah, so like it's kind of weird because like it's gonna let me put a staff in here.
Winter
That's like a
prevails.
wizard staff, so that's really interesting. But like I can't do a ranged weapon. I don't know what's with that. And then I also can't do like a fighter, like two-handed fighter weapon. I can do like a witch's weapon, so like that's like a one-handed thing. So you would presumably use a wand in the other hand. And I think that's all I have in my inventory right now. So yeah, there's a lot of options. It's maybe not completely open, but there are a lot of options. And the whole idea is that you can, I don't know how familiar you are with this. Maybe you know a bunch, but yeah, there's a handful of things. I think the staff is what's meant to be your primary. And then, you know how you can tell actually is if we look, and again, this isn't as much for my own use as anybody else's here. So if we go to somewhere, skill gems. Yeah, so we can see quarterstaff, looks like daggers, flail. So I think those are all things. And you can see that, you know, coming soon, not all these are done. But I assume that the ones that are highlighted here are the ones you can use, typically. So, yeah, it's a good question. And I'm not sure I understand everything going on because elemental... Like, what happens if we equip that staff? Sorry, guys, I'm going on a tangent here, but I'm kind of curious, so I would like to understand better how this all works. Oh, I want to equip it first, my bad. I'm going to go ahead and equip this. And then now we can say we're going to use one of these. Yeah, it doesn't actually change any of this. Okay. No say. Because when you're on some of the other classes, maybe it would affect passives. Maybe you can choose passives from it. Oh, punch. Okay, that's interesting. And then lightning. So this is from our staff. So we can enhance our staff usage, which would be throwing lightning bolts. So that's pretty interesting. Back. Yeah, definitely has some depth to it. If anything, historically, Raven, are you familiar at all with Path of Exile 1? Do you care? That's the other question.
Good to see you. These are just some odds and ends.
One of the complaints with Path of Exile 1 is that it was a little too difficult in some regards, and I think that's definitely something that a lot of people felt. This amulet is actually pretty hooked up, and I think I might grab it. How much is it? 2,000. Whew, it's a little expensive. At this point, that makes sense, but I mean, I'm tempted to grab it because a lot of my characters don't even have an amulet. That extra intelligence and dex, too, is pretty hooked up. Right now, we get +1 level 12 projectile skills, which I don't know, that's not hardly any. So it'd almost be better on another character. You know, we're going to stay OP, we're going to do it.
There's a chill in the air.
And we'll give this other one to somebody who actually uses ranged abilities, since we don't. Okay, yeah, so in PoE 1, I mean, you know, you've seen. I'm pretty sure you've seen this, the passive tree. You know, it gets a little. It gets a little. Why can't I zoom further out? It gets a little wild, obviously, but it's not as bad as it looks. First off, because there's kind of some obvious ways and ways that you know, it's not like you have to do this, but it's like if you want lightning damage, go get lightning damage. If you want ice damage, go get ice damage. It's not really as insane. And if you just look like, okay, where are my options? You know, it's not as bad. It's not as crazy as it may seem. But clearly, there's a bunch of options, and then there's other stuff, you know, where just being able to modify the kind of damage you do so that you can, you know, make I got a monk that does ice damage. You could choose some other options as well. Yeah, you know, honestly, it's so weird. I was talking with Lyriel about this the other day. That it's called an action RPG, ARPG. Nothing about this entire genre has anything to do with a role-playing game, with an actual RPG. This is, I mean, there's a story, but like all games have a story, right? I mean, if you're playing Mario, you're a plumber that's going to rescue the princess, you know? Like, there's a story in Mario. And while these, you know, this is a compelling story, you can see that there's no options. I'm not role-playing here. It's entirely like just hack and slash, destroy stuff. So it's really weird. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like being grandfathered in the name and everything else like that. And it's just kind of weird to me that, you know, I think there's a handful of genres that we could really use a update in what we call everything. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Dragon Age 1 and 2, the closest in the area. Yeah. And those are called computer RPGs, by the way. So I guess the action part of this is what makes it different, but these aren't really they've far gone away from being a role-playing game. I mean, there's, you know, I'm not really role-playing in any meaningful manner.
How can I be of aid?
All right, let's follow the Beast Trail and move on to the second set. And the reason I point that out to you, just as a random aside, I promise we'll get to the game, guys. But the reason I point that out is because I think it's really confusing for a lot of people. When you're like, oh, it's an action RPG, doesn't really tell you anything about the kind of game it is, and I think that's a problem. I think it's a problem for like getting new people into different kinds of games where you're like, what does that even mean? And if you played a bunch, you know what that means, but if you haven't, you're like, I don't know what that means. So I think it's kind of odd. And yeah, you think of like a computer RPG or a classic RPG, or however you want to say it, like, yeah, Baldur's Gate, you know, Dragon Age, some of that kind of stuff. There's a handful, you know, we even the Warhammer Rogue Trader that we played is still, you know, you have options, you have choices, they matter, you have, you know, yeah, there's just a bunch of different things to it that make it a role-playing game that just don't exist in most of these supposedly action RPGs. So
The trail of corruption leads east, so east we shall go. It seems fate conspires to return me to the plains of Vastiri. The Countess has escaped with the beast. Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Vastiri. We should find the Marikath caravan. Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
yeah, Raven, I can show you a little bit more here too, just to make it a little bit more clear. So what you do in game is what they would call mapping. Can I zoom in over here? I can't. Well, you saw the map earlier, right? And you've got these various nodes. Like, you're just moving from map to map, and those are randomly generated. And so you're just moving through, and there'll be a handful of things. You go find them, bosses, you go kill them, and what have you, maybe different levels when you go down a dungeon. But, like, that's it. It's not open world. It's really fun. It's fast-paced. You're killing stuff. You can make really interesting builds. You can see our freeze guys and then shatter them. You can make builds where you know, there's different, you know, fire, ice. The witch has a bunch of summoning mobs. The warrior slams the ground, knocks earth up, and just does big hits. has a shield, has a sword and board if you want. You can dual wield like big clubs, kind of whatever you want to do. But you're just running through killing things, and you get loot, and your gear is a major part of it. So like, it's really like a kind of a, more like looter shooter in that aspect, where it's like you're always just trying to improve your gear, get better gear, and what have you. And there's a whole bunch of different ways. They have these different orbs of augmentation, and there's 6 different kinds. The loot it's pretty easy to understand, honestly, even like coming in having not played, but there's a lot to it, and there's a whole bunch of different stuff. And then you can see all the different locations where you got items slotted and different rarities and what have you. And it's all, a lot of it's randomized, but you can get some stuff that'll give you a particular thing, and so on and so forth. So ever played Dynasty Warriors? No, I haven't. Older game. Maybe that's a better comparison. Or Arcade Gauntlet way back. Oh man, yeah. Honestly, like Gauntlet, yeah, it is very much like that. You're moving from level to level. You're killing everything you find. You have some gear that you can slot. Honestly, that's probably. Yeah, the random nodes too. I mean, they if you want, I did a live stream where we watched, and I kind of talked about their whole in-game concept here. And there's like basically like 7 different, I think it was 7 different, the equivalent of dungeons or trials or whatever. So in ESO, if you considered, dungeons and trials being their own thing, and then the Endless Archive and what have you. So at launch, they're going to have like 7 of those. And maybe not as different in all aspects, but significantly different. So. And, I should note that this, right now, it's early access, so you have to pay to play. So they're trying to, the game is early access, so there's bugs, there's issues. They've already been fixing stuff. And, it's the same thing. People get mad, and you're like, dude, it's like basically a beta test. Like, if you expect it to work perfectly, like, I don't know what planet you live on, but that was never going to happen. And you should have known that. If you're just ignorant of the fact, but I think a lot of people know, but still for some reason don't measure their expectations. But when it finally comes out live, the full game, it's free, so you can just try it completely for free, which is really cool. So the way that they make money is that eventually you'll want to probably spend a little bit to help you organize your bank and what have you. And it's basically like paying for the cost of a game, and even then it's not that much. If you wanted to just get in on the beta right now, the early access, it's $30 is the minimum. And you get access, you get a few cosmetic items, and you also get the equivalent of $30 worth of currency for the cash shop. So
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route, so we should be able to find a Marraketh caravan. They are an honorable people, and I have no doubt they will assist us.
Cool. Earn passage on the caravan.
Go.
All right. At some point, I should probably look at my build and like remember what's going on here so that I'm using things efficiently. But
the weary traveler grows close to the end of the path. The bread bowl of the world, the verdant land of 7 waters, awaits! Be sure to have your toll ready at the gates. Cloth, gems, metalwares, and coin are all accepted.
okay. Was that stone talking to me, or did we just read it in that excited voice?
So these are the Marraketh. Life seems difficult in the desert.
All right, looks like the person to talk to here. Whoa. All right, you look a little crazy.
You are seeking passage on our caravan? We cannot travel anywhere at the moment. Hyenic raiders are harassing the trade route ahead. For the time being, we are stuck here.
Worth is measured by actions. I must prove myself.
All right. Cool. Yeah, and yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, if you want me, I could give you a run through and stuff too, if you're interested. Just let me know if kind of a little bit more of how the game actually works and plays. But I imagine seeing some gameplay probably. not a is that not a boss? He's got like 1,000,000 HP. It's like barely moving. Jeez. Okay. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. What else do we have here? Gaining health? Do I have to like DPS this guy down enough to like fast enough that he dies? I don't know what's going on here, but that's some serious health regen. If it's just constantly health regenning, that's nuts. I don't know if my build is good enough for this. Like we're not going anywhere. Oh gosh, I'm about to die. Yeah, well, that part where I said I should maybe pause and check out my build and make sure I understand what I'm doing here. I think that's down. I think we've reached that territory. Okay, so our quarterstaff is doing less damage than I honestly recall. It's our ice strike. That's what we're spec'd into right now. Okay, so a little bit more attack speed and dealing a little bit extra cold damage. But less fire and lightning, which doesn't matter. Okay, so that's our ice strikes are up there for our main damage source. I think we could get some other stuff, other skills here. Like surely we've got Herald of Ice on. That's like a passive that's always working. Some of these skills, like our Tempest Bell here, I didn't really spec into or do anything crazy with. I also grabbed some skills from other skill lines just because I like them better, and I kind of wonder if at this point maybe some of our monk skills would be better at like a higher level because I just didn't have anything unlocked. Where do we get into our bank? Where's our oh, there it is. It's right there. Let me get into our stash here and grab some skill gems. We've got a bunch. Certainly grab anything we wanted. So, okay, so Ice Strike, I think we already have, right? Pretty sure that's what we're using. Oh, maybe not. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't want to show us. Yeah, that's what we're using. And I think we have choice of Wind Blast, Tempest Fury, which I think these are very similar skills, if I'm not mistaken. So we have our Tempest Bell, which I don't love. You build combo by successfully striking an enemy with other skills. After reaching maximum combo, use this skill to cause the bell on your staff to grow to massive size. As you drop it on the ground, the bell damages enemies on impact. It can be hit with your skills, creating a damage shockwave. Yeah. Elemental ailments applied to the bell cause its shockwaves to deal extra damage to the corresponding type, and hits with this would have caused knockback, increased area of effect of the shockwaves. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, and then Staggering Palm is not my favorite skill. I kind of am wondering if, like, what a core part of being a monk seems to be using the Staggering Palm, and I find it to be a very, very lackluster skill. I just don't like it. It doesn't seem to work very well. Only hits one target. And, oh, this one's AoE. Okay, so maybe this is, maybe I was thinking of Killing Palm. So maybe this one's worth trying out. Stunning an enemy with this skill grants you a buff that causes your quarterstaff unarmed attacks to also fire projectiles for a short time. Okay. Enemies which are primed for stun will immediately be heavily stunned. This skill always strikes with your bare fist, even if you have a quarterstaff equipped. I mean, I guess we should try it because we need to do something different. Leap forward slams and slams the ground, sending out a stunning shockwave that is especially potent against dazed enemies. I mean, nothing about these skills makes me like...
Staggering Palm can be used to stun an enemy with a nearly full stun meter.
Okay.
Enemies that are vulnerable to Staggering Palm have this indicator on them. If you successfully stun them, you will shoot wind projectiles from your attacks for a short time.
I mean, I guess we'll try it, but I don't think it's going to do anything crazy. Yeah, for a monk line, so this is basically going to be in place. Oh,
Wind Blast knocks enemies away from you. If you hit enemies enough times, they will become dazed. Dazed enemies are easier to stun. Wind Blast knocks enemies away from you.
Yeah, okay.
Tempest Flurry is a combo of 4 lightning attacks. The third attack strikes 3 times, and the fourth calls down a powerful bolt that has a high chance to shock enemies. Shocked enemies take more damage.
Alright, yeah, I mean, nothing crazy here. We can't choose Dagger. Elemental, which is most of what we've been doing. So I'm used to these elemental skills. I use all these on my sorcerer, and they work incredibly well, but I don't really see us using too many of them. I don't know how to really dual spec and to make like some of these particularly useful. So I think we have most of the skills we need, which are kind of ice skills. Using some of these, like maybe Cold Snap, when you freeze an enemy, you can use this and it'll break the cold. Yeah, it could be okay. It could be interesting, but I don't really see it being amazing. So I think we're a bit limited on our options right now is what it comes down to. And we can try this Staggering Palm, which we have now.
Vaulting Impact is an effective tool for closing in on enemies and stunning them.
Yeah, okay. So I guess we kind of got what we got.
Frozen Locusts will explode
This
when
is what
attacked by
we're
you
using.
or your...
It works really well. The
Glacial
Frozen Locust
Cascade
does.
is a cold area.
The Glacial Cascade is cool, but isn't necessarily anything to write home about. I mean, we could also look. You know, we might have some skills that are at a pretty low level. So we have some things that just up the level of all of our skills. So that's why some of these are high. But Killing Palm is a 3. Frozen Locust is a 2. Frozen Locust is a 3. Ice Nova. Yeah, our Glacial Cascade is a 5. So that's that thing. So it's already at a pretty high level. And I mean, Frost Bomb is pretty cool. I think the bomb portion of it might do a decent amount of damage. So maybe we could throw in like Frost Bomb or something down here instead of Frost Bolt. That might work. I think we'll switch up where we leave it though. We just got to figure out what we want to do here. So Tempest Bell, we'll move that. Sorry guys, it's just me deciding where I want to put stuff. Oh, yeah, I have these in the wrong place. There we go. And then yeah, if we add anything, we can put it there. Okay, so let's look at our support gem, which will modify our skills. Oh, my cam broke. Thanks, Mel. It's probably just out of battery. See if that fixes it. Hey, there we go. All right. Another thing I need to grab, I guess, is a plugged-in power supply for that guy. So hits with supported skills cost 50% more stun buildup. Could be useful if we grab that palming skill. What else? Herald of Ice. 30% increased accuracy rating while supported skills active. I don't really know how accuracy works. So we've already got cold infusion. Killing palm. Attacks gain 35% of the damage as lightning. Damage for 3 seconds on killing a shocked enemy with supported skills. Life drain, recover 12% of life over 4 seconds with supported skills. Cull an enemy. Guess that means... Does cull mean what I think it means? Okay. Perfusion. Supported skills have 50% chance to grant an additional charge. I think that's to get our bell going more. The Tempest Bell is not my favorite skill. A lot of these skills are not my favorite. It's kind of a bummer because I like the idea of a monk with a staff. It looks really cool. But like the bell, just I don't like the visual on it. It doesn't look that cool. Yes, hello again. The visual on it just doesn't look that cool to me. So it's like, what is limit? +1 to limit. Okay. Limiter for active effects at once. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. Certain things. Oh, does that mean you can put out multiple of these Tempest Bells? I mean, I hear it's good, but I don't know. Every 5th use of a supported attack causes 500% more stun buildup. That's kind of crazy. Does our normal... Is it Glacial Cascade here? No, that's... Ice Strike. Does this normally cause any sort of stun buildup? Third Strike. I don't see anything about stun here. So is there something that normally causes a lot of stun? I mean, I imagine our regular quarterstaff strikes do. Maybe, maybe not. There's a lot of options. Starting to be like, okay, there's too many options, but there's also a little bit of like, I don't know what to even use. Oh, that's our, okay, Frozen Locust we use like all the time. Its area of effect currently is pretty huge, which makes it very useful for trash. We have the increased freeze buildup. I also kind of wonder if we couldn't move some of these passives down here to something else that we're using now. But let me see. So Frostbomb was one of the ones. I know that Fast Forward could be very useful for this skill. What does Second Wind do? Supported skill has 50% less cooldown recovery rate. Supported skills have twice as many cooldown uses. Okay, so skills with cooldown. I think this mostly applies to that skill that we have right now. I don't know that it applies to too many others. We've already got Cold Infusion. Supported skills gain 40% more area damage. Supported skills have 50% less area of effect. Okay, smaller area, more damage. I mean, some of this stuff could be useful, like we want to think about single target versus multi-target. Combo finisher. Supported melee attacks you use yourself. Supported skills cannot be used until enough combo have been built up that deal massively more damage. Okay. Interesting, but deal. Okay, cannot support skills which already have combo or triggered. Okay. Supported skills lose combo if you generate no combo for 8 seconds. Supported skills deal 40% more damage. Supported skills require 5 combo to use. Interesting. So this would be like use something else, and then go in with this ability. I mean, that's really interesting. I do want to put that on something. But I don't know, like, do I use just like a regular quarterstaff and then swap to that? I'm kind of wondering if I don't do different kinds of damage and then like swap to another type thing. There's a lot of options here and I don't know what to choose right now, and I don't want to spend that much more time than we already have trying to figure it out. So I think what we might do is essentially call what we have good, see if I can't get good and get through this guy, and maybe we'll just move around a few things. So that's a shield recharge, that's defensive, but supported skill has a 50% increased freeze build up. I don't know if there's something we would want this on in particular. I mean, we might as well put it on the Frostbomb, just because there's nothing else. There are some things that I absolutely, you know, we could just use this passive for the Frostbomb. It's not going to be anything crazy, but there's probably better things we can do, but it's pretty straightforward to just use something from that skill line and just put it on that skill. It's kind of a no-brainer. So Frozen Locust is which ability? Oh, okay, yeah, that's okay. I feel like there's some things we could put on Frozen Locust that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna call that good. It's hard to say. Anything else? I don't think this energy shield really makes sense to put on anything else right now. That we wouldn't want to take anything else off. All right, so we're basically just going out there the same way we were after all of that. Sorry, guys. I mean, we got a couple more skills that we're going to be using, but not
yet. Frost Crush.
Jeez. Oh, is that guy not here? That might have been like a... so I think some of the enemies are just kind of randomly chosen. And that might have been the deal. And so we might not get a chance to attack that guy again. I understand why they do that, but it is kind of a... Because there's like a sense of, you know, you missed out on something. But it does kind of suck. I was looking forward to trying that guy again. It did just feel like my DPS wasn't good enough, though. Oh, these are like were hyenas. That's interesting. I bet. Oh. I bet if we were on our sorcerer, I bet we would have been able to kill that guy. I'm just going to go on a limb and say that that's most certainly true. So I think there's a world, so you can't have two different staves, and so I think there's a world where we have one staff with one elemental type, and then we maybe like switch to the other. And I think we could even do something where we potentially, I don't know if this would actually work, where we use one of those skills that where it's like talking about, like you have to have built up. There's like a cooldown on it, and you have to have built up some charges. So I kind of wonder if we couldn't. Yeah, this is just a regular rotting wolf. I wonder if that other guy was like a labeled guy. But we like. Oh, this guy might be somebody. I don't know. he's not dying instantly, so that makes me think that he's probably somebody. Woo. It's a little close there. Yeah, but where we, you know, maybe we do like some ice damage, and then if we freeze our opponent, we can then maybe go in with some lightning or something. Could be cool. I think the way that the lightning abilities look is pretty cool too. At least I think it's the lightning abilities. It could be some other effect that's happening, but if I am not mistaken, it looks really cool. You know what I think I did do is I added that skill, right? Or did I add that skill? Was it Killing Palm? Nah, it would have been something else. Maybe I didn't add that skill. I wanted to add, let's add that skill. Yeah, Staggering Palm. Do I want to do this at 5th level? Okay, dash at enemy, does the unarmed strike, heavy stunning to the enemy. An enemy that still grants you a buff that causes your quarterstaff. Oh yeah, to fire projectiles.
Staggering Palm can be used to stun an enemy with a nearly full stun meter.
It seems cool. Oh, we'd already made one at level 4. Yeah, so I did make it, I just didn't slot it. Oops. Well, that feels like a waste. We'll replace our Killing Palm here and call that good. So this is one that stuns, and then we'll put that maybe here, and we'll see how that goes. You can tell I hold out a lot of hope. This is going to be a game changer. Okay, maybe we got a boss here. We got a checkpoint. Whoa. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Raiders Cliff.
Good night.
Okay. There we go. Now we're getting wrecked. And it's doing wind. I assume with one of the abilities we could get, we could probably change it to something other than wind, would be my guess. Oh gosh, okay, we just gotta roll a lot more. I just thought I could move out of it. Well, we're about to see a bunch of deaths. I hope you guys are ready for it. Oh, I mean, it just one-shots. I was just trying to get rid of the trash. I guess I will ignore it this time. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with you. Can I just keep running away? Is that an option? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is not the boss. That's the boss. Wow. Cool. We just went up to a whole nother level. I wonder if this is the part where it's like I've made some bad choices or something with my build. Now I'll be punished. That was a little rough. That does almost no freezing damage, or freezing like build up to him. Oh, that was okay. I mean, I think we're going to get through this, but I don't know if it's going to feel very good. Oh, I got a phase 2. Oh no, he's not dead. I thought he was dead. Oh no. Well, let's hope I don't die. Okay, we made it. So these were the guys that were supposed to kill? Okay, I thought this was like a side thing. Shows what little I have. Oh, thank goodness it's frozen. Otherwise, I was about to die there. Alright, I can click one button over and over again really well. I think that's what we confirmed here. I think that's my biggest complaint. We're still pretty early on, but I think that's my biggest complaint so far is a lot of times I just... he was cool looking. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times I just feel like I'm hitting the same button and there's not like complex combos that I'm trying to do. Yeah, I think the were hyenas, or like the centaur hyenas, are pretty cool. That's like an original idea that I haven't seen. Yeah. Okay, so I think okay, so we're done with this area. We're gonna track back. Typically, if you look at the map, I'm unclear. Typically, it'll show you if like there's other side bosses and stuff around, and other things to find. So, yeah, and I think that's technically like a full-on boss there. 6 will only half a dozen the other, but there are actual mini bosses around. It's like that one guy that I think I ran into, and he just heals so much. I couldn't DPS through his health, which is funny. Fuck with a DPS check, literally. Oh, so this guy also has a name. Okay. So here's a new boss. Okay. Cool. Well, dropping a bell on him seemed to. I rang his bell, so to speak. This is a really cool skill. I just wish it just needs to do more damage, and it doesn't. Unfortunately. But throwing that ice spike is just so cool. Whoa! That was a lot. That was cool. The barrel carrier raven is my crowbell pet. It's just a vanity pet. You fight a creature who uses the bell. It's not crow-like really. The creature you fight, but the crow is, I guess, either, so that's why they have it. And then you also get so it's a New Zealand-based company. So the other creature I had is a kiwi, which are those little. Are they flightless? Or are they nearly flightless? I feel like they might be flightless birds that are native to New Zealand. Any of the packs you get a kiwi. So there's different kinds and different styles, but any pack you get, there's at least one kiwi. The coolest thing I like visually, I personally find is they have like a Maori. Let me just show you real quick. It's like, yeah, these guys on the left here. It's like a higher tier than I was willing to hop in. So there's the Aztec one, which actually I really like as well, which is really cool. I don't know if you can move around or something. Well, there's and then there's the Maori. Here we go. There we go. The Maori looks like this, and then when you kill someone, it drops a big totem on it, which is really cool. The stone here that they're using is something that is found on the island, and I think it's now all of it is to be like returned to like the Maori people, but I don't know if it's like a kind of jade or something is vaguely what it looks like to me. I don't know what it actually is made out of, but it's really cool. And then there's like an Aztec looking one. There's like a whole back plate that's kind of cool, but yeah. Anyways. And if you want there's a lot of really cool cosmetics. If you're into that sort of things, you can get like wings and they don't actually function, but you get like everything from like angel wings to there was some like butterfly, like fairy style wings, all kinds of stuff. Creepy, glowing, all the effects you could ever want, all that good stuff. Obviously, being a free-to-play game, that's a pretty core part of their being able to survive. Is there something else here? Ah, yeah, there is. Okay, cool. So we did find something else.
There's no room for
I mean, that wasn't too bad. Some of the inventory and the loot gets placed in some pretty strange places. I'm getting shaken down for treats. Hold on, I gotta pay up here. I want them to know they can come like nudgel, give me a little nudge, like, hey, you got any snacks? And then I'll pay up. So. Was that it? Is that the checkpoint? I think that might have been it. That wasn't anything crazy. He's now continuing to nudge me. Blue orb save points. I'm not sure. They're a little like, for save points, there are a handful that you can find as you kind of go through. That, you know, you can just continue and like fight the same boss over and over again. Typically that's where they're at, in a place of point of interest or what have you. I don't really pay attention to what color anything is. I'm actually not sure if things are blue or what. With the color blindness, you know, I tend to not pay attention to what color things are at all. Do we not? Okay, I think it said like respawn at checkpoint. Area progress will be reset. I mean, I think that's fine because I think we've cleared the area. But this thing does appear. Oh, did it? It didn't actually send us to where we wanted to go. But yeah, this checkpoint is where it'll send you back for a save. Alright, so we're just trying to get back, so I'm just gonna... Okay, I guess down here is where we need to go. We'll get our hooded figure to identify all of our items for us. Excuse me.
You defeated the raiders? Fate sends us a fortuitous stranger. Welcome to the Adura Agara. You may travel with us in exchange for your service as a Jingak, and you will have nearly the respect of one of our own for as long as you stay.
All right. We'll have nearly the respect.
So this is how they survive.
The beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient dead and unknown horrors alike. The Countess brought it here as part of some nefarious plan. I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to give up this madness.
Okay, here's a bunch of other NPCs. Yeah, this person has like leafy kind of fairy wings looking things. Pretty cool. There's so many people here. It's a little hard to see what's going on. All right, let's just see if there's anything we want to hang on to or what have you. No, we'll peek on it. I don't really think any of this looks crazy good. We got plenty of skill stones, that's for sure. Interesting. I put it down here at level 1 instead of level 4. But I guess that's where it thinks it goes. Alright, then we should need to decon the rest of this. And what have you, so...
Who goes there? By the sound of your voice, you cannot be Maraketh. You may trade with me, for trade is the lifeblood of survival in the desert, but expect no kindness.
Okay.
No need to rush.
Oh, okay. These are quarterstaffs. They look different. That's cool. These change every time you level, the items that they have available for you to purchase. Kind of looks like they might be of the style of these people too, which is kind of cool. Sometimes there can be some pretty good stuff. I think getting speed on your boots is pretty important because you have to like run around so far. But there's also increasing a rarity of items drop, which I think is pretty hooked up, personally.
I shall put this to use.
So we'll just sell that, and then we need
Goodbye.
to decon the rest of this. Who we need to talk to make that happen.
Hello!
Ah, here we go. The old lady with the crazy ear horns. This shield looks like it could be good, I guess. We're gonna melt it down. You can, just like ESO, you can like put it in your bank and use it on other characters and what have you. Alright, I mean, I guess that's good. I still am not loving the build here. Nothing about this is speaking to me right now, but I wonder if we change to our quarterstaff too as like a, I don't know. I gotta think that using two different staffs though might be one of the ways to go to maximize DPS. We'll have to like theorycraft or something offline.
I am Asala, the Sekima of the Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingak.
Alright.
Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us.
Cool.
So, the beast has entered the world once more. We were following a trail of corruption before we were waylaid, and now we shall resume the hunt. We Maraket are honored bound to seek and contain corruption wherever it may be found. It seems the sacred duty falls on us once more. The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently resides. I am willing to begin wherever you and your shade thinks is wisest.
Okay.
You have your orders.
Oh, we can go wherever we want, I guess? Sure. Okay. Are we now at the new place that we just traveled to? It appears so. Okay, and that's how we leave. Alright. Sure, sure. Getting some stuttering going on. Don't know what that's all about. But yeah, I guess let's step out the gates and see what we can see. Whoa. Is that how this thing is led across the desert? Oh god. That's like piercing their skin? What? Okay.
Why has the caravan stopped?
The Halani gates are closed for the first time in 1,000 years. This can only be related to the beast. We should investigate the Feridan's camp in the halls of Modon and demand answers.
Okay. Use the desert map.
Fight to the last.
Do something. It is unclear to me right now what I should do.
How can I?
Maybe I wasn't listening intently enough there.
I hear you.
Okay. I guess that's what I need to do. Wait, did I just go back to the same place? I did. Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's go back up to this map. Try this again.
The Halani gates are closed for the first time in 1,000 years. This can only be related to the beast. We should investigate the Feridan's camp in the halls of Modon and demand answers.
Halls Modon. Like... But where is this? And how do I get there? Unclear. Let's just try getting up one more time. Maybe I missed where you walk around it or something. Some camp. Alright. The map ends here. Right. Okay, yeah, we can't go up there. The gates are closed. We've got all these creepy people that are...
Yes?
What am I supposed to do? Do we go all the way back here? I can't even travel there. Oh, it looked like there was something on the map down here. Okay. Maybe that's where we go? Unclear. Definitely a cult. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Ah, okay, so we can't go down here. Okay. My bad, my bad. I'm like tempted to say, you know, I wanted to like kill one more boss before we stop, because I don't feel like we've done a lot of killing bosses. But
This great wound in the land
here we go.
bodes ill.
so if we have to like walk around trying to figure stuff out for much longer, then
Frost Crush.
okay, we gained another level. I feel like that was pretty quick and not very earned, but you know, take it. Don't drink the punch. Yeah, no kidding, man. I can assure you, I will not be letting anybody stick any, you know, hooks into my flesh to help me, you know, to force me to pull a caravan across the desert. Like, what is going on? Whoa. Just throwing firebombs at people. The skill looks so cool. This thing right here, it just does so little damage. I think it's supposed to be, it's weird because it does like a finishing kind of thing, where if someone is frozen, and you hit them with the last little bit of it, like they're at maximum range, it'll do like a good amount of, it'll do like extra damage, but I don't understand when you're gonna use that as a monster's always in melee. That one's a head scratcher for me. I'm not really sure why they have that. I could see using it on my sorcerer or something if I'm freezing people, because you're at range all the time with that. But on the monk, and you want to hit, if I'm recalling correctly, you want to hit them with like the last spike, and that in and of itself is like not trivial to do. So I feel like it should just crush people. Like I feel like it should just do a ton of damage or something.
Get to chill.
I don't think that is the case right now. I mean, again, early access, they'll probably, you know. Level 5 Living Balm. I don't even know what that is. Didn't know Living Balm was a thing. Maybe that's a witch thing, actually. Living Balm kind of sounds like they could have, like, some of their creatures that, like, just charge in. Don't know if I should keep going. I feel like I'm just make sure there's nothing else up here. Ah, there was something. Perfect. It's definitely fun just running around hitting, you know, hitting things. I don't want to knock it, but I would like a little bit more complexity at play. I feel a little bit like I'm playing Space Marine.
Have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten, will be forgotten. We are not Faradin. We are Marraketh. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them that casting us off is a mistake. We must show them our strength. Perhaps we can one day rebuild Keth itself. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.
Okay. Keep thinking there's going to be a boss around here somewhere. Not fine.
Frost!
Oh, I'm about to die. I wasn't paying attention. Standing in AoEs, probably. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I thought that was like a mini boss. I was incorrect. Red and blue, your health and magic. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I keep forgetting, actually, I think most people do this. They like put themselves here, or I could like maybe float myself up here and maybe give myself a little bar or something so that you guys can actually see what I'm at on everything. You can figure out something for when I'm playing PoE, get a setup going for it. Yeah, and then the way it works is you have
and I don't have
you have a flask, potion, and magicka, and that's down here. And this will run out. It refills itself as you kill enemies. And so you kind of use it, you know, as much as you want. And as long as you're not going crazy, you should always have enough. There are some fights where you have to be a little bit more careful. And as you can see, you know, very much like the looter shooter kind of vibe, if you're used to that kind of thing more, where just like, you know, they do different things. Like this increases the amount recovered. This increases the number of charges gained. Also increases the amount recovered. And there's one where like you instantly gained that we had earlier, where you instantly regain, like, you know, because it's a you recover it over time whenever you drink it. And there was one that like modified that to where it instantly gave you 20% of whatever its total value is going to be. All that kind of stuff. There is a spec, a class, I think it's the Witch, where you can like turn into or like Ascension is that you turn into a. I'm a little bit worried that some of this stuff, it appears like it's like disappearing on the ground, and I'm a little bit worried that I left a bunch of loot that I just thought had like somehow gotten picked up and put in my inventory. I hope that's not the case. That would suck. I think that might have been what was happening. Another thing you can kind of do, this is cool, is that your stuff, I mean, it's cool and it's kind of annoying. If you ever run out of room, which you will all the time, you can teleport back at any time, and it takes like 50 minutes for the map to reset, but you can teleport over here and dump any gear you don't need, what have you. Deleted Grand Anna Flask of the Apprentice. It still doesn't seem as nice as what we have, although it sounds very fancy. There's that one that applies it instantly, for example. Yeah, I don't think we grabbed. That sucks. I don't think we grabbed some of this stuff. Unfortunate, but is what it is. I don't even know what a spirit gem is, honestly. I've just got 2 starving rabbits that apparently have not been fed at all, that are just dying for some food. I'm gonna have to. They've had dinner, had an ample dinner. I don't know why they're still hungry. They're scrounging like they've never been fed before. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate bug that it was like hiding that the gear was still there, and I was thinking that I had picked it up. I think there's a couple of things that are kind of interesting. Might have even been good. All right, we get another checkpoint here. Keep thinking one of these checkpoints is going to... Oh, there's something going on here. Whoa. Yeah, okay, this thing has a name. There we go. Man, we're still gonna die. Okay, well, at least we got a checkpoint here. It's a little hard to just tell visually that something is special. Oh, don't tell me that was it. Don't tell me it's not here anymore. I'm about to rage quit. That sucks. It's like you just think it's a normal thing, and the only way you notice is like it doesn't die in 3 hits, and so you're just running around like kind of zoned out, don't even know that you're up against something hard, and then kind of like lose the opportunity to kill it. That sucks. They need to do something to where you actually know that you're facing a rare, like elite mob or whatever it is, a little mini boss. That's really frustrating because they drop loot, decent loot like a boss would. So that's kind of frustrating. I wonder if this instance is just bugged, where it's doing that weird thing with the loot, or if it's something else. Kind of wondering if just like start this over again and come back, if it'll like be fixed. Hopefully that's the case. It's just the map. Okay. Yeah, there's like a gold item, for example. Definitely want to grab. There's at least one other gold item that dropped earlier that I didn't grab. I'm like 90% sure. We'll find one more boss, and then we'll... Okay. This something. Hey, maybe this kind of feels like something. Nah, I froze it in like 2 hits, right? So probably can't be. Or maybe it is the same thing. Pain Hiss, the Night Walker.
The mighty fall.
All right. Well, took care of that one. Oh, enter the model mine. Okay. Sure. I'll go down. This could be leading to like a quick little mini boss, or it could be like a whole nother level. I've seen both things so far.
They died clawing for escape. This place is a tomb.
Did we gain another level? I feel like we're just cranking up levels today. Like it hasn't taken much. I definitely feel like so far on like Sorcerer, which is the one I played I think the next most, definitely feels like there's more play. Again, I'm not using this bell thing at all, which I guess I should be, because it just seems stupid to me, if I'm being honest. You like ring a bell and that does damage to everybody, and just kind of really, but I want to like this class more than I do. Yeah, the Sork is incredibly fun. And you can use, it seems like pretty easy to use multiple kinds of, like the Monk seems pushing you towards one kind of elemental type, and the Sorcerer seems like it really leads you to doing others. Yeah, maybe I could do some Sorcerer gameplay next time or something, because like right now, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty fun to just smash buttons and kill things, but can I loot any of that? Doesn't look like. But I could kind of, you know, do that when I'm just trying to level this guy and get him to a better place, and not do it on stream. Or maybe it's great to do on stream, because I am just like having to hit 2 buttons and call it good. It's kind of interesting, like one of the core abilities that I'm using here, because it does the most damage, which is, you know, why I'm using it, is this, what is it called? Frozen Locust. And you like, it causes you to retreat from whatever area you're in, and puts an ice thing there, and if you hit it, it blows up and it does damage, or if they hit it. It also provides you with a shield, so if you do that to step back and they hit it, it'll blow up and still do the same damage. So pretty hooked up that way. This Frost Bomb also works pretty well, but this is not even like, that's just like more like a sorcerer skill that you're using, which is, you know, fine, but I don't even use it most of the time when there's trash, because it's just, I mean, and then the main thing that I unlocked was this Ice Strike, which is like the 3-part hit here that does a bunch of damage and also seems to freeze everybody. Since it's ice damage. And I think I maybe have a support gem skill on there that's causing it to do that. Again, very fun, but nothing's doing that much damage if it's frozen. Come on, mini boss. Or boss. I'll take it either way. More trash, more trash. And I feel like somewhere I'm like bored. Not I'm bored as maybe, but like I just want to fight a boss. And like I don't want to be like zoned out and then find one of those elites again. So like I'm afraid is what's gonna happen here.
Vile abomination!
Sand and steel, fire and iron, flesh and bone. What is the difference? Face of Faradun,
There we
mind
go.
of a insane. Shut your mouth, traitor!
Okay.
Not yet.
Lash.
Oh, okay. Clearly I missed that tell.
Fire and iron. He's insane. Insane? I'll show you insane. Burn, burn, burn.
Whoa, okay.
Blind. Deep breath.
Okay. I mean, they do seem a little crazy.
Die, die, die!
Oh, okay. You just get one tap by that. Sure. She doesn't seem that hard. I thought I was gonna like one guard there, but maybe I just got a little lucky. There we go. She's a good window here. Oh yeah, she drops. I didn't even see that. She like drops like 3 of those flasks. It looks like. Probably. Oh, okay. Getting rocked. She removed the back of my head. Yeah.
Flesh and bone. Insane? I'll show you insane.
I think I'm just missing some of the visual cues there. Okay. Oh man. That just kills you so quickly.
Insane? I'll show you insane. Burn, burn, crush.
Okay, don't die to that again. The sixth time. Nice. Okay, might be able to get her here. There we go. Alright. Just need more DPS. Ready engineer. Cool. Okay, oh, okay, it is disappearing. That's what happened earlier, and I thought I picked it up. I was like, oh, cool. Okay, well, that's...
Get me out of here!
Hold on, let me identify my stuff first. I guess we'll have to wait till we get back.
1,000 praises, my friend. I thought I would die here.
So dramatic.
Please take me back to your caravan, and I will tell you anything you want to know.
At least there's one survivor of this madness.
Okay. Are we on an escort quest, or do we just like, can we just pop back? Okay, so we're here. Yeah, so it would show like a skull or something, I think, if there were other things here. I think.
Quickly.
It's weird though, because when I've cleared stuff before, it has popped up a portal when it's like a mini thing, so I don't know if I should keep going around or what. So maybe we will. Oh, this is bad. Yep. Getting stuck in a corner. Oh, did it? Did not. I don't think it's saved. I'm gonna go in here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it did. Well, I'm glad I went back.
Yes?
Do I need to like work back? Is that what we're doing? Maybe that's. Yeah. Sure. That's it. Got a quest marker somewhere? Yeah, we got a couple, okay.
I know what Jaman Ra intends. Atop the burial spires of Deshar lie the Maraket's most honored dead. The king has become driven by madness to seek any trace of ancient flesh from those of renown or power in life. He intends to feed their bodies to the horrific creature he keeps in a cage behind his throne. They call it the Beast. I have seen it, and the sight haunts my nightmares. The Halani gates are closed. Then Jaman Ra must have succeeded in capturing them. He planned to close the gates to prevent the Maraket from interrupting his harvest. A siege from the front would be impossible now. But there is another way. An ancient passage lost to time. It was used by the traitor Balbala. I can show you where it is, if you will use it to stop Jaman Ra before it is too late.
Okay. Cool, okay, so we can probably get a lot of information from her, and she's also... I can gamble, get some random gear.
So, the outcasts have raised their new king from the grave, and he seeks to violate Deshar, to feed our honored dead to the beast. Such a transgression. Those vile dogs! Our city of the dead lies beyond the Halani gates. We should move to crush the Ferryden immediately. Let us see if this defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this supposed passage, find your way to the top of the gates without being detected, and then call for aid. I shall answer.
Okay. Use the desert map to travel to the Trader's Passage. Okay, cool.
Fight to the last.
That's the desert map. Cool. Well, I think we'll probably pause and just call it here for tonight. It's getting kind of late. Yeah, Raven, thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you're enjoying Helldiving. And still on for tomorrow at 6, and we'll be hell diving then, and then 8 we'll have some ESO, and then yeah, we have time. We'll see. Hey, that'll be 4 hours. We might do some more PoE after that. Definitely still enjoying it, but yeah, we'll catch you guys later, and thanks everybody for hanging out, man. Good luck killing the Illuminate, Raven. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks, everybody.